Hi, I'm Ophelie Jacobson with Campus Reform. Today we're at the University of Central Florida talking with young college students about women's rights here in America and abroad. Do college students think that women are oppressed here in the United States of America? And what happens when they find out how women are treated under the Taliban in Afghanistan? Let's find out. Would you say that women are treated unfairly in the United States?
Yes, I would say so.
Yes. I've quit so many jobs because of the way I was treated at work.
Definitely. I think that there's a lot of institutional factors that play into that, especially when you think about just like unequal pay.
We already have a lower pay wage, even if we're overly qualified for the position.
There's still a lot of traditional, I guess you could say, perspectives on what a woman should do and what a woman shouldn't do.
Yeah, there are definitely some unfair treatment in some aspects.
Would you say that women are oppressed here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's primarily, of course, there's the intersection of not just being a woman, but also being a woman of color or a poor woman or an immigrant.
Yeah, I mean, there are things that make it hard.
Would you say it's hard to be a woman in the United States of America?
Yeah. So hard.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
It is, yeah.
20 years ago, we first invaded Afghanistan after 9/11, but before the U.S. troops invaded Afghanistan, the Taliban was in control, and under the Taliban, women weren't allowed to have a job. They weren't allowed to get an education. They weren't allowed to hold a position in government. They were being beaten and killed under that government. We drove them out, and since then, life for women in Afghanistan improved greatly because of U.S. presence. Now that the Taliban has once again invaded, many are fearing that women are going to be treated the same way as they were 20 years ago. Women are already being beaten and killed on the streets. What is your first reaction to this?
It makes me very nervous for especially the young girls growing up who might not be able to get an education.
Something that we should think about is refugees coming to the United States and maybe being more open about letting these people find asylum here.
Face says it all. Unless you're just going to take away their hard work that they earned to get those positions because it opposes their personal views. If they worked hard for that, who do you think you are, just coming there and just, too bad, stay in the house while the man does all the work? Like, what?
Terrible. Honestly. I don't know what more to say.
It's kind of a really extreme version of sexism and misogyny.
It's awful. I think that the U.S. should take in as many refugees as they can.
Looking at everything that women are dealing with right now, what they're going to deal with once the Taliban becomes even stronger, does that kind of change your perspective about how women have it here in the United States?
Yeah, it could be worse here. It could be as bad as that, but that is definitely easier for us to be a woman here compared to that, yeah.
Ooh, see, I feel like both parties are oppressed. I don't want to say one has it worse than the other, but it is a...
So you wouldn't say that being beaten and killed is worse than maybe just having a lower wage?
No. That's why I'm like, ooh, I feel so, because it's they're both forms of oppression, but that is a lot worse than what we're going through.
Yeah. We have it better. We do.
I think it does. I mean, compared to what's happening in Afghanistan, I do have more basic rights.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we still got it a lot better than many other women in other countries around the world.
Obviously in other areas it's a lot worse. With that situation now that I know, obviously there's not as much as to complain about here than over there.
Do you think we have it pretty good here?
Ooh, that feels like that contradicts what I say about... But it's the truth, though. That's a good question. Because you have a very fair point. We do have it better here than we do in Afghanistan, in general. So I'm like, that's a good question. But I feel like it contradicts what I just said.
Do you think we have it pretty good here?
Yeah.
We have it pretty good here.
Yeah, it's definitely better than how it used to be and better than a lot of other places.
I guess, yeah, I would. I mean, people aren't being murdered just for being women on the street.
Does it make you appreciate being a woman in America more?
Yeah, a lot more. We still have a certain amount of privilege that we hold being in this country where we don't have to fear necessarily beaten every day or killed just for being a woman or going to school. So that's going to be definitely something women here and in other first world nations should really, if they want to get involved, have solidarity with the women there in Afghanistan.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Ophelie Jacobson with Campus Reform. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, I can guarantee you're going to like our other videos on our YouTube channel, so make sure to subscribe right here. Help us expose more liberal bias on college campuses across the nation by clicking this button here to donate. And if you're interested in getting a cool hat like this one, you can click the button right here.